I have been telling you people that it is my responsibility to let some of you all, or most of us international students, to know some of the things happening, some of the story opportunities around the world, so that when you want to engage into anything, you should know what you are doing. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for joining today. If you are new on this channel, hey, it is your favorite village boy, Milton, and my name is Milton Fonkwa. Thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do me a favor and you hit that little red subscribe button beneath this video, and make sure you turn on the notifications so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be the first to watch. Thank you so much for doing that, guys. In today's video, I want to address something. It was actually like a question a subscriber asked me on my platform. This subscriber is actually in Northern Cyprus, and he said, "Hey bro, my house owner says my electric bill is 879 Turkish Lira for last 1 month and a half. Is this correct?" He further said, "The price is high. The house itself doesn't even have an AC, but we only use heater at times." Okay, thank you so much. I do know this guy. He is let me say, he is very present, or at times he is very consistent on my platform. He always watches my video. Thank you so much, bro, for your question. Now I want to tell you that your house owner says your electric bill is 879 Turkish Lira. First of all, if you are moving to Northern Cyprus, okay, if you are going to Northern Cyprus and you don't have an accommodation yet and you need one, okay, or if you need help in your accommodation, I do have some people, or let me say some persons, who can help you get an accommodation. And in this case, if you need an accommodation in Northern Cyprus, please, you are going to contact Cyprus Homes, all right? Cyprus Home is located in Northern Cyprus. Their office is in Nicosia. Contact Cyprus Home. They have an Instagram account, okay? I am going to put the link in the video description for Cyprus Homes. Those of you moving to Northern Cyprus, please, as you look for your apartment, if you have any difficulties, or if you need an apartment in Northern Cyprus, contact Cyprus Home for your apartment. They do have cheap apartments ranging from 1+1, 2+1, and 3+1 apartments. Okay, so if you need an apartment in Northern Cyprus, contact these guys. They will give you an apartment and they can help you locate cheap apartments, all right, for your taste in Nicosia, Famagusta, Kyrenia, Lefke, or wheresoever you want to stay. Okay, I am going to put the link, their Instagram handle, in the video description for Cyprus Homes, all right? So contact them, please. When you go to Instagram, you are going to see Guinea Golden Homes on their logo, okay? On their profile picture, what you will see is a certain logo with Guinea Golden Homes, but what you will find in the video description is Cyprus Home. They are on Instagram, so you can contact them for your accommodation in Northern Cyprus. Now, to address this question that this subscriber said, it is very possible that your bill can be 879 Turkish Lira for a month, or let me say for 45 days or 40 days or so, or something. Okay, one, there are so many factors involved, okay, for your bill to move up. Let me say the people in which you are living. First of all, before you move to North Cyprus, and if you want to stay in an apartment with individuals, make sure you know these individuals, because if you live somewhere and some people will tend to stress you a lot, all right? What I'm saying is, if you are staying in an apartment in Northern Cyprus, please make sure you know the people you are staying with, all right? Because there are people who know how to manage very well, okay? There are others who live excessive lifestyles, okay? So in that case, if you go and you are living with people who you are someone who manages, or who is coming from a very poor background, and you are living with people who doesn't know how to manage, you are in trouble, all right, when it comes to payment of bills, especially electricity during the winter semester, all right? So as an international student, you have to be careful. Now, your electric bill can be high, all right, up to 879 Turkish Lira, because you said you people are using the heater to heat water or whatsoever, but the heater cannot contribute for this bill to go above 700 Turkish Lira alone. It can never be the heater alone, okay? So what I'm telling you guys is that if you people are heating water every second, of course the bill will go very high, all right? But if you are not using the heater constantly, it might be very low, okay? So that is what you need to know. The second reason I'm going to talk about this bill is the bill itself. You guys need to ask your house owner or the landlord to show you where your meter is. Every apartment in Northern Cyprus has a meter, all right? I hope you understand what I mean by a meter. That is where you take your units or your electric consumption units, all right? There is a meter. Every apartment has it. Tell your landlord to show you. In case you have a problem, you can call a technician to fix it for you. The third thing I'm going to mention here is, before you guys move into that apartment, okay, you were supposed to have checked or asked the landlord if your meter is on 0 reading. Now, if you didn't check, you have the possibility. Take the receipt, all right, the receipt from the electric office, go back to the electric office, ask them the bill that is 879 Turkish Lira, from which date to which date is that bill involved, all right? That way you are going to know if from the day you move into the apartment, you guys were the one who actually consumed this bill. Because there is a policy in Northern Cyprus, most of you guys don't know. There are a lot of people who consume electricity in Northern Cyprus. Then some of them escape. When they realize or when they notice that their bill is too high, some of them leave the apartment, okay? That is what some people do. Some, when their stay is over, they consume electricity anyhow, carelessly, then they leave the apartment without paying the bill. That is what happens, or that is what most people do in North Cyprus, okay? Which is not correct. So now, you as the new tenant, you have the responsibility to take your receipt to the electric office, all right, and ask them, from which date, all right, or from which day did this bill come, or when did you start consuming the light bill for your own bill? The electric office has all the details for that, all right? If now you realize that before you entered the house there were some leftovers, you tell your landlord to pay the leftovers. Well, in my case, we were living in a 3+1 apartment, okay? We were 4 of us in that apartment. We never had an AC inside, but we have another method of heating, which I believe you guys do have it. So we were only using a heater to heat water, okay? But our bill has never surpassed 150 Turkish Lira, okay? So as I said, we were 4 in an apartment of 3+1. We were also using the heating system, okay? Not the one with the AC, but another method, another one. So our bill has never surpassed 150 Turkish Lira, okay? But yours is 879 Turkish Lira. So you have to do these things that I asked you. Maybe some people live in that apartment before and never paid the bills, okay? And maybe it has been consumed by you people. So you have the responsibility. Take your receipt to the electric office and ask them from which date to which date is your bill, okay? Because from that way you will be able to understand if you are the one who consumed the bill or not. As I said, some people will consume electricity and move out of the apartment without paying, all right? I know that it exists in Northern Cyprus. So if you are new in that apartment, I'm sure the people who left the apartment consume most of that electricity, all right? So you have to check it. If you are not the one who consuming, make sure the landlord pays for it. Insist for him to pay for it or her to pay for it, okay? There is another thing that happens. But if you said you are not using the AC, because I know the AC is the one that consumes a lot of electricity, verify that message and make sure, verify that problem and make sure it is solved. Because there is one thing you need to know again, if you didn't know, as you pay your electric bill and if you don't pay it up to 0 franc, the bill keeps multiplying every month. Remember, this your bill you said is 879 Turkish Lira. If you don't pay the bill all complete to 0 before you start consuming, it will be multiplying. And make sure, even if you don't want to pay it all, pay it and what is left is below 200 Turkish Lira. Because if it is above 200 Turkish Lira, it will be multiplying, and when it exceeds a certain limit, they will just cut off your electricity, okay? So you have to be very careful and make sure you know these things. And now, there is another thing in Northern Cyprus. A lot of apartments do consume electricity a lot. There was one apartment I knew some guys were living inside. There were about 6 of them. their bill used to be at least 1,500 Turkish Lira every month. Alright, there were many. I understood there were a lot of disorderness in that house. That is the reason I am saying, know the people you are living with. Before you enter a new apartment in Northern Cyprus, please make sure you verify the electricity, the water bills, okay, the electricity and the water bills, because for your internet, of course, you are going to renew your internet yourself. But for the electricity and the water bill, make sure you verify from the electric and water offices and know that it is zero before you start consuming, because a lot of people will consume, run away from the apartment, and they will not pay for that. And when you come as a new student or as a new tenant or as a new person in that apartment, it will be a responsibility to pay. Most of the times, most landlords will not even pay. All right, they will not agree or accept to pay. So you have to be very, very careful with all of these things. That is how Northern Cyprus is. And before you go, I will always avoid apartment with more than 6 people inside. There are a lot of apartments in Northern Cyprus with more than 5 persons. I know some where they were living 7. I know some they were living 8. Those type of apartments will always have problems in terms of electricity bill, water bill, and noise pollution. I hope you understand me. Electricity bill will always be high, water bills will always be high, and there will always be noise. That is noise pollution. In that way, if you are a student, you will not be able to concentrate. So look for an apartment with maximum 4 or 5 persons inside, alright? And make sure you follow people and stay with them that can manage. Because if you go to an apartment with 5 persons inside that are coming from a very rich family, alright, most of them, they don't know anything. They don't know how to stay. They don't know how to manage. It is going to stress you that is coming from a poor background, okay? I know what I'm saying, so you have to be very careful. These are some of the things you guys in Northern Cyprus have to understand. Bro, for your bill, as I said, it is very normal. It can be like that you guys are the one consuming it, okay? It can be that someone consumed it before, left the apartment before you guys came, alright? So you should verify that and make sure it is organized, or else you guys will be in trouble in subsequent months, okay? For my case, we had never paid a bill more than 200 Turkish Lira. My own apartment, before we moved inside, we were the first persons in that apartment after the previous tenants left. But we didn't know all of these things I'm telling you. So 1 month later, we realized that our bill was 600 Turkish Lira. Then when we tried to verify, we realized that before they left, they had consumed some of the electricity. So I'm saying these things because of the experience I have. Make sure you verify it and sort it out clearly. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember, I said if you are moving to North Cyprus, if you are new and you are looking for an accommodation, these people, North Cyprus Homes, will be able to help you get your accommodation. And North Cyprus Home, their link will be in the video description, and make sure you check them on Instagram, okay? Send them a DM if you need an apartment, or send me a message. My contact details are always in the video description. I can contact them and they will sort your problem out. Thank you so much guys for watching. If you have any other problem, please feel free to put it in the comment section below. Then I will be able to see what I can do. Thank you so much and see you in my next video. Bye bye.